Did that intro even work? It didn't work on my end. Now everyone's muted. Hang on.
Yes.
There we go.
There we are. I saw an intro.
It went on. The intro went on for us.
I saw a mini intro. It was a couple seconds.
Okay, well then let's start again because people aren't watching yet. James, you beautiful man. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, collectors of all ages, it is Aussieverse. I am OmniBeau, and we are proudly sponsored by Comic Bookaroo. And today we are joined once again by Phil Russett from Philbo Entertainment Promotions and DN, that's Dungeon Master Ray, the creator of Madcaps. How are you, boys?
Howdy.
Magic. Absolute magic.
Magic.
Yep.
So we are here because we want to talk about Madcaps, correct? Want to know what that is? Go check out. Please scan that code, and it will take. It's there.
There you go.
On my screen, it's there. Okay, There we go. Everybody loves Ray. Please tell us all about Mr. Madcaps because I feel like I've spoken about it quite a lot. Let's take a look at the screen here. One sec. Bang. There we go. The
Beautiful. So anybody looking at that screen right now, that's our pre-launch page. We're up to 140 followers. This is issue 3, the final issue of this mini-series. And one of the most encouraging things is I'm getting repeat customers. So the story's got to be at least above average. So I'm really getting a lot of good compliments on this baby. One of the biggest things about this third and final issue is all the setup, the build-up to justify all of the action and all of the climactic scenes, everything that you want in a big finale, you're going to get in this third issue. This pre-launch, this Kickstarter, you'll have access to all 3 issues. We've got a ton of cool covers coming in the way. This final issue, as I've said to many people who are already aware of this project, this is an homage to high levels of camaraderie. One of the coolest things about the third issue is anybody who's with their friends are more inclined to live up with how their friends view them. So this hits hard, and you're going to see a lot of cool things come into play with all 4 characters. Lots of good balance. The diverse look of these characters, the diverse thoughts of them, they have really cool outlooks of life. They synergize. We were just joking back screen about buddy cops, and there's a lot of dynamics involving these fellas, how they hang out, how they synergize, how they rub each other the wrong way. That's the main cover right there for issue 3. That's drawn by Victor Medina, who did my interiors for issues 2 and 3. This was a warm-up sketch that he did to get ready to do the interiors of issue 2. He didn't show it to me till after issue 2 was already funded and the Kickstarter campaign was finished. Like, man, I would have bought that off you. So I insisted I wanted it to be the main cover. The man is he's awesome. If you've ever check him out on Facebook and Instagram, Art of Victor Medina, you'll find some cool stuff in there.
Noob Army Tips, welcome aboard. Thank you very much for joining us. Matty, Hollywood Day. So wrong stream. Hope everybody's having a great night. Good to see Phil and Ray again. And of course, myself. Thank you, Matty.
If you go down to the second cover underneath, that's what you just saw was the main protagonist cover. This is the main antagonist cover. So the antagonist has not been mentioned once in issue 1 and 2, and it's been a big mystery. The first time any readers have had any idea of what's going on with who's behind what's going on is this cover, which I debuted a week before last Halloween. This is an elven necromancer, rather, and kind of a walking contrary. Is that Cliff? It's Cliff.
It is.
Good to see you, my man. I haven't talked to you in a little while. More than a little.
I know. By the way, you're already using up 2 of your 3 clips.
2 of my 3 clips?
Yeah, you're using 2 of your 3 clips. This is 1 clip. And then June 25th, you're already using another clip. You only got 1 clip left. Use it wisely.
All right. Okay. Well, That I'm going to use that in like a dire time of need, and it's going to be amazing. I don't know what that is yet, but I know that's how it's going to play out.
That's
I'll
good.
guarantee you that. Is
So
there
that
some
means-
type of item or totem I can use to like, when the time comes, I'll use it and break it open and light will shine
just
out
my
of it, and you'll
Facebook
come
DMs.
online?
My Facebook DMs. Be like, all right, Cliff,
It's
I
time.
gotta use the last one.
I love it. So,
Bill, how are you?
How are you? Good
I'm
to see you,
good.
buddy.
Good to see you
He asked
too.
you first. He asked you first, Phil.
I'm hanging in there, both arms and legs for dear life. Clinging for dear life.
Arms, leg,
Good, man.
heart, penis. That's it. You know.
that's right.
Oh, boy.
Someone.
Exactly
said-
I'm Irish,
someone
so I
said-
can't really cling with that.
All right. Well, maybe the heart at least.
Yeah.
Someone send a super chat because I've added a new super chat video that I want to show. I don't know what this is, but even idols need a means to spread their reputation. I need for my name to. Okay,
Oh,
hang
for
on.
me, you were just bricks I used to build. I think that's in reference to summoning Cliff. So you bust
Oh,
open.
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
I think so, yes.
Because he's doing a hell of a speech here.
1,000-man slayer. 1,000-man slayer. That's you, Cliff. You've slayed 1,000 men.
I'm familiar with some of these words. I know I've heard this somewhere before, but I'm a little bit lost.
Well, more
When you said
importantly,
slayed
Clifford,
1,000 men, I want to call you Bernard Blue or something like that, but I don't think that was the call.
It's part of Berserk. It's part of Berserk.
Oh, is it? Okay, that's cool.
Ah,
That's cool.
okay.
Berserk I
Clifford.
haven't seen yet.
are you subscribed to Aussieverse? That is the important question.
Brand of the Hawkweed March. You know what? It's very interesting because I'm getting some trailers underway, and Phil's seen one of them for a cover that hasn't come out yet, and that song its inspiration is from Game of Thrones. That's not Berserk, but man, I've got some cool stuff coming out, and yes, you sir, go for it. But yes, so going back to this cover, this is drawn by Harv Salteras, and it's colored by Dan Kemp. Those are individuals who have worked on both Spawn and Dan Ketch era of Ghost Rider. So it is a really, really cool thing that I've gotten them to combine forces. When you look at those skulls, you could definitely see Harv Saltera's flair from when he was drawing Ghost Rider. It is really, really awesome to get that. First, you streams, you get your awesome. Is that me? Is he talking about that? You talking about your subscription or coming on to the pre-launch?
He better be talking about
To-
both.
to
But I
the-
asked
to his
that-
channel.
All of the above. All right. So he subbed, and this is awesome. Anyways, I'm excited to finally talk about this villain. This villain. Oh, did we lose Cliff?
This villain.
So this villain, there hasn't been much said yet, but in this third issue, she's front and center. She is the main attraction, the main drive for the story. If you go down to the next cover, we've got a couple of variant covers involving one of each of the main characters. Here we have Chasgo. This is drawn by Pog's Art, and that's colored by Dave Kemp. Everything white on that cover is going to be glow in the dark, and I think I said this the last time I was on. I'm really excited. I remember Phil saying his supplier for glow in the dark, it's basically a light source in the dark. It's that good, so I'm very, very, very much looking forward to how this thing pops.
I'm so angry that you have such good covers because I kind of I really want this one, and then I want the next one as well that you're going to show, and it's hard to pick.
Well, you're going to have to just petition your locals so you can get the shipping down and send it out, kind of thing. If you scroll down to the next one, is drawing of Little Dunn and Eenie. He's under 4 feet tall. This is drawn and colored by Fish Lee. That is going to be a lava foil cover. So that thing is going to be like a statement and a half, I think. I'm very happy with how that one turned out. And another disclaimer, everything you see on the covers happens in the book. I am a big fan of the covers foreshadowing or advertising something in the story. And this, what you see is what you get. We'll put it that way. 2 more covers that have been added to this pre-launch. First one is by Mike Nez Phillips. This is Madrakis, colored by Dan Kemp. One of my favorite things is the contrast between the blade in one hand and a book in the other. That book was a big revelation at the end of issue 2, and there's a lot going on there. These guys they're pros. They're nothing short of professional, and it is a privilege for them to take a chance on little old me. I have before this book, I have no experience on the creative side. This is my first time in the creative side of a comic. These guys stuck their neck out and took a chance on me, and here we are making these really, really awesome covers.
And we are really regretting it, Jesus Christ. Oh, sorry, did I say that out loud? No.
Yeah. If you scroll down to the next page, or the next cover rather, this is the last one that I'm showing currently.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Jay Sloan. This is drawn by Jay Sloan and colored by Dave Kemp. Again, what you see is what you get. If you think this cover looks awesome, then you're definitely going to like the story. Cliff, you made it. I was afraid we lost you.
That's it's fine. It's fine. It's like I never left. We're good.
Good man. Welcome back. So this
axe.
Yes, the axe. I wanted that axe as a holy weapon. So as you can see, as that skull is getting split, you can see light shining out of the skull, almost like the skeleton is allergic to it, which I wanted it to kind of feel like that, which I definitely got my money's worth. These guys did a great job together. Mm-hmm. I have 2 trailers coming out, which I cannot show yet. I will be showing them soon.
Damn it, Ray.
Cliff's trolling us now, I betcha. But anyways,
he's got some issues with his PC at the moment.
Gotcha. If you go to, like he never left. So if you go to my Facebook page or Instagram, Raymond the DM on Instagram, or DM Ray on Facebook, there's also a Madcaps Facebook page. If you follow those right away, I will be debuting some cool stuff in the next handful of weeks, and I guarantee you're going to enjoy it. I'm going to be biased, but in my humble opinion, we got some cool stuff to show here.
Yeah, man. Let me pull that up. Just a moment. There we go.
So that's my Instagram page.
So go Raymond the DM.
Raymond the DM. DM Ray was taken. That's why I went with that. There's a bunch of random pictures, but there's also relevant ones, including cover reveals that we've already showed off. You like that one there, Beau, of my face? If you click on that, it was minus 47 with wind chill that day. That's me in my vehicle about to walk into the building for work. It was a great time.
Minus 47. Oh, screw that. I'm not going
to
work. Notice how he started to lose definition of cheekbones in this picture.
Yes. That's exactly right.
No to AI.
I'm glad you brought that up. We are a big fan, and I think it's safe to speak on behalf with Philbo Publishing as well. We are not a fan of we are pro-human artists is the best way to put it. And I had to cancel one commission because it was clear and not honest that it was AI usage. So
that goes for writing too. We don't hire ChatGPT. We hire writers.
And the best way to put it in my own humble little words is the human hand will always put more soul into a product than a bunch of prompts that draw from pre-inspiration.
And Ray's Friday nights will tell you that all by himself.
You caught me. That's exactly right.
Cliff, you missed it. Cliff. He froze.
Oh, he's frozen again.
He's trolling us.
Oh, God. Okay, well, in the meantime, then,
moving.
In case people do miss Cliff, we can just do a little bit of this.
My eyes.
That was like a counter troll. Cliff, you gotta get on here and get him back.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He's
Ugh,
coming. He's
ugh,
coming.
ugh. But,
So
go
it
ahead.
seems like just yesterday we met, Ray, and you are popping on Aussieverse for the first time to talk about Madcaps issue 1. Now that we're finally here, well, actually we're not because it's not live yet, but
We're on the
now that
threshold.
we're finally here.
Yes.
How you feeling, man?
The sense rather of accomplishment. The whole reason I chose a mini series is because this is my first time on the creative side, in conjunction with I'm making something new to the audience. My network is not vast. I am making something. I want to see if it's worthy of the comic industry in regards to my efforts, in regards to who I've brought on, in regards to, I mean, shout out to Philbo Publishing. They took a chance on me and I'm flattered. In conjunction with all of that, I did not want this to be like, I'm going to make this ongoing. This is going to be monthly. I'm not that arrogant. I didn't want to get into issue 5, 6, 7 and have it fizzle out. I wanted it to be like a statement and walk away, and then I'll make an assessment and see what to do from there.
Yeah. So did you find your creative process from issue 1 to issue 3, did it get easier, or did it just was it the same throughout all 3, or how did you find that?
That's a good question. So I wrote the script out for all 3 issues up front. The only thing that really changed is when I initially broke down my panels, between issue 1 and issue 3, I have less creative constraints when describing panels. And I learned that you have to have creative constraints. And I've said this multiple times on different streams. If I say, imagine a photograph of something, it takes a while for the brain to fill in the gaps. But if I say, imagine a photograph with a sandcastle and dragons building it, immediately your mind fills in all the blanks because you got a little bit, and then you can let your flair go. And I found that was very useful with my interior artist, Victor Medina. He is a big fan of how I've laid out my story for him to read and then just translate onto pages. He found that he claims mine is one of the easiest to work with.
Well, that's some good feedback.
Yes, so I'm very confident, or I should say uplifted. I'm very flattered that I'm clear, complete, concise, and correct, as a drafting instructor once told me.
I tell you what, I'll say your name and give you a shout out if you subscribe to Aussieverse. How's that for a deal? Just put it out there.
Just everything goes quiet. Wait for it. But all in all, go ahead.
Phil, how do you feel having somebody that you've taken a chance on get to completion? And I realize the way that just sounded, but you know what I mean.
So, when Ray approached me a couple of years ago now, at this point, it's amazing how fast it went with the pitch and the script. And he at that point, you did have the original book, the art going on for the book. And I'm a big fantasy fan. I think that the comic world is sorely lacking in that genre, especially quality. And I liked that Ray didn't just do a fantasy book, but it was a little different. It wasn't the typical fantasy thing, And I like how his reveal is later, and you really don't know what's going on, but you're still entertained. The pacing was solid. The writing was solid. It was an easy read. I get a lot of scripts submissions and a lot of great writers, but sometimes they're writing them as if they think they're writing the next prose novel that's going to be turned into a trilogy and for Universal. And sometimes it gets a little bogged down, Comics are simple. Comics are easy. They're a visual medium, and you want a script to flow and reflect that, and it did. So I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm as long as the publisher, I have to approve artwork and things like that, of course, because my name is on it. But Ray he's got a good eye for art. He collaborates. He works with us. Hey, I'm looking at this guy. What do you think? This and that, I joke with Ray because he's very laid back, and sometimes he's so laid back that it's maddening. but he's the polite Canadian. I'm the angry New Yorker. So we're kind of like the buddy cop thing, you know. But we contrast well, but Ray is professional when it comes to the book. He takes great pride in it. He's very serious. I had no doubts that he would be following through with the 3 issues. Like, there was never a doubt in my mind. If there was any doubt, I wouldn't have worked with him. But Ray is very passionate about this project. He's very serious about giving quality to the backers, which is important to me because, you know, we're small publishers, we're small creators, and one follower, one backer is just as important to us as any of the backers. You know, we're not some big conglomerate that can just say, yeah, whatever, you don't like it, too bad. It means a lot to us when people give back and joy, or that they feel their hard-earned money went to something quality. So Ray was, you know, it was good that I went with him. His Kickstarters are successful. He plugs hard. I've never seen anybody do a show circuit as hard as Ray does. And with the exception of that, you know, he's so laid back. He's like, yeah, I'll get there. No problem. I'm like, Ray, where's my assets, damn it? It's a pleasure to work with Ray. I like Ray. And he knows what he's doing. You know, he says that it's his first comic, but you would think it wasn't. Victor, he's put together a great team. Victor is phenomenal on the line work. Obviously, you know, the Kemp brothers are professionals through and through, and the colors are just speak for themselves. And, you know, Mika on the letters, professional. So, you know, Ray didn't spare any expense in saying, hey, I want to put out a quality book, and I want people to enjoy this and appreciate what we're doing here. And, you know, Ray appreciates, as I do, that people work hard for their money, and some people are only making $15 an hour or less or whatever. So for you to back his book, we appreciate it, and we want to make sure that you walked away going, yeah, this was a good backing. You know, you're happy that you backed this book, and I think you will be. And again, the campaign has the other 2 issues if you haven't caught up yet.
One of the most encouraging things is, as Phil was saying and reflecting on the bit, we're getting repeat customers from issue 1 to issue 2 and issue 3, and the follower count. If I get another 8 followers, I will have tied my best after Kickstarter launch, and we're still in pre-launch phase. Nice. So I want to make something worthy of the industry, but I also want to make something that people feel like they didn't get a lemon on. And I can always pump myself up, but everybody else is, I'd rather let everybody else speak for me, and their actions are speaking quite loudly.
Anybody who knows Philbo knows how much I care about the comic industry and how much I am of a fan of the medium. It's the greatest entertainment medium in the world. So I wouldn't be slapping my name on this if it wasn't worth your dollar.
Good on you, Cammy Whites. Appreciate that. Matt, you know who else is laid back and cool? Our 4 lifers. That is correct. These are our monthly paid members. We really do appreciate each and every single one of them. You will notice some of them do have a logo next to their name. That is the YouTube logo because they have their own YouTube shows themselves. Go check them out because I watch all of them and they're all very different to each other. And yes, they are all about comics. It also gets you into some social chats and a couple of other perks. If that's something that interests you, please click the link now and join. Otherwise, the best way to support Aussieverse is just by subscribing to the channel. I don't know where this is going, but yeah, sure. Let's
be careful what you wish for.
Yeah. So this is fantastic, man. I am so happy that you've gotten to where you've gotten, man. You've always been such a patient, great person to have on the show, even though you can't tell the time. But it's really,
it's true.
I'm very I'm glad that your time skills have nothing to do with your comic book creativity.
May your time skills match your creativity.
If they did, it would be like a coloring book by a 5-year-old
using their left hand. Yes.
So what's next for you after this?
The short answer is I've got a lot of pots on back burners, but I only stir one pot at a time. Once issue 3 is done, I'm going to assess the playing field. Phil has already told me, he's given me the green light. This is going to go into trade paperback, and it's going to our local comic shops. Thank you very much, Phil. Appreciate it. This is a really, really awesome thing, and I am... that's a new experience for me, but while that's going on, what you were just asking, what is next? I'll be deciding then.
Well, you are now officially immortal. How does that feel?
Immortalitized, yes.
Yeah, man. Your name is going to be there forever now.
I'm more focused on the message as opposed to the messenger. So I think it's just really cool. People get to look at this awesome story. I wrote it in mind of something I would be satisfied with. So I know lots of people that start projects and then they start making compromises and cutting corners. And you know what? I don't have to pay for that in this. And I did kind of the opposite. I waited for the right people. I waited for the right opportunities and then executed. And I wanted something that was just worthy of the industry. I'm not saying whether or not my book is better than insert famous comic here, but what I am saying is it is worthy of being in the same comic shop as it. That is what I'm saying.
No, it bloody well does, man, because I remember saying this on the first time you came on. There are some people like myself where when you decide to plunge into a brand new story and new characters, sometimes I get a little lost because there's either too many characters that you need to sort of remember what their names are and their personalities, or they're just kind of hard to get into. Not because the story's bad, just because there's something to do with the way you present characters. But with Madcaps, I found it very, very easy to realize what these characters are like and enjoy them. And it didn't take that much brain power to be like, okay, so this is Jeff and this is Dave and this is Marcy and this is, you know what I mean? You didn't have to think like that. It was very, very easy. So yeah, man, I'm well done.
Thank you. A common compliment I got was on the very first page of page 1. It wasn't intended this way, but it comes across as very nonchalant in regards to introducing the 3 out of the 4 characters in such a way that just felt like, speaking of 4 characters, welcome back, Cliff. Good to see you, man. With that said, all 4 characters have... They're visually different from each other, so that kind of deters the concern you had of going into a new book. I drank pop too fast, and I'm going to try and not burp here. All right, so visually they're very different. The only thing that's common amongst them is the theme, and this applies to almost every character ever created in fiction, is who am I and how do I fit in the world? They all have that common question within them, but it's expressed very different because they're very different individuals. They're different species, for crying out loud. One of them is over 6.5 feet tall and clears 350 pounds in body weight. And the other guy is under 4 feet in height, and they're very, very rich in story. Something I tried really hard to do is, because it's 3 issues, how do you introduce them without using up such valuable limited only 3 issues? How do you I only showed what I wanted to show, but anything else I wanted to give the illusion, the feel, the atmosphere of the world exists before the story started and the world will exist after. So if you were a fly on the wall with a circle of friends that you've never met before, you would see them interact. You would maybe hear an occasional inside joke and see them all laugh, but you wouldn't get it. They're a very tough balance of having that type of feel in a short 3 issues. So my focus was showing the main antagonist later to show not necessarily, I guess the byproduct was you get to see these fellas interact with each other, but that's, like I said, is the byproduct as they're trying to uncover this mystery. But as the story goes, the more focus goes on to the antagonist. By the time you see the antagonist, in your mind, the characters are established to a justified level that I wanted people to feel or internalize, I should say.
Yeah.
Which is a testament to the pace that I had mentioned before that I thought worked well, because that's one of the big things you have to look at, especially when you have a limited series of 3 issues, is how is the pacing? How did the writer pace this book? Because it's a fine line between introducing new characters to readers to keep them interested and not drag it out with too much exposition. But at the same time, you can't rush it either, where they're not invested in the characters at all and don't give a crap. So it is a really tough balance, and Ray pulled it off.
Thanks, man.
And for those that are wondering, Phil does have a body. He's not just a head.
Oh, wow, sorry. My chair leans back, and I'm tired. I was in another state all day.
I was a teenager during the turn of the century, and one of my favorite movies of that time was The 13th Warrior.
That's an underrated movie.
Yeah, it's underrated. I mean, I'm not saying it's an.
Are you talking about Antonio Banderas in The 13th Warrior?
Yes, I am. And I got a punchline, so if you don't like it, I can respect that, but I think you'll respect my punchline. In that story, there's an issue with local villagers. The whole Antonio Banderas. Who else we got in here? Hello. It's finally.
Hang on a minute. Can you just hold that thought for 1 sec? Because Steve has been avoiding Phil for ages. So 1 sec.
Oh, this is awkward. Hi, Phil.
How are you, Steve?
Mate,
yeah, Bo said that you couldn't make the last 2 shows because I said something that offended you and you didn't like me anymore. So,
mate, I'm not offended by anything. Nice to see you.
You know what, Bo? I have
hey,
yet
good morning,
to be on
gentlemen.
your show where it's Steve, Bo, and Sharif all on at the same time. That's never happened with me.
No, rare and chickens with teeth.
Yeah, but you get Cliff all the time, man.
Sharif couldn't make it because he's selling comics today.
I can respect
Steve,
that.
I didn't think was going to make it today. So I invited Cliff because he is my real life international online. I cheat on with my. I'm stopping now.
It's funny too because when we were backstage, I was going to joke with you and say, "Oh,
I'm his real life friend." That's it. Thanks,
okay,
everybody.
Can I just give you a bit of honesty, guys? So we were supposed to go to a tattoo expo today. We were supposed to go to a tattoo expo today. We didn't get home till.
Aren't you guys so glad you came here for this?
Yeah.
I think Cliff has a delay.
Well, I've literally just woken up and my kids are still asleep, so that's why I'm here.
You got bedhead, Steve.
yeah, no, right. My hair's a mess.
How can you tell? He dyes his hair clear.
Yeah.
hey, don't you worry. We're on the same boat here. Don't you worry.
I'm not far behind.
I also dye my hair clear, and sometimes you can see the roots grow in.
Oh, I'm so using that.
You're welcome.
Brilliant.
So Steve, seeing as you've just walked in here, I know that you have a really hot question to ask Ray, so go for it.
Oh, God. Dude, can I just have this first? I'm not even awake yet.
Cliff, take it away, soon.
Okay. So, Ray, would you rather?
Would I rather? Here we go.
What have we done?
Should I overcompensate with masculinity first? Should it be like, is that good? All right, continue the story. I now feel less insecure with my masculinity. We're good. Let's do it.
I was gonna say, spending time with me should help. So would you rather fund your next story arc by being paid for pranks over the internet, or you'd have to replace Phil with Steve?
You know what?
Ray's like, shit, I can't say I've replaced Phil because he's my publisher right now.
The answer is very easy. I love pranks. So it would be very. I mean, if I was supposed to be like Timu Johnny Knoxville, I'd be all in for that. If that would fund my comic, let's do.
Oh
I'll
my
keep
God!
Phil,
Just the
everybody
fact
wins.
that you could open as Timu Johnny Knoxville would probably, that alone might allure people to fund your comic.
Bacon and maple syrup, eh? I will be the
yum.
Timu Johnny Knoxville from Canada. Let's do it.
Now I want bacon and maple syrup.
I'm totally in. I'm totally in for pranks. Let's do it.
Bacon
All right,
and maple.
next one. Choose your darlings. If you had to kill all of your lead characters off but one, who's the one you're keeping?
Okay, that's
Ooh.
a solid question.
Beginning.
I know how these characters go for like. I have like the milestones of their lives leading up to their metaphorical deathbeds. And my answer to that would borderline on spoiler territory. I can't say.
That's weak.
Well, I don't like
weak,
that answer.
What a weak answer.
That was such a shit answer.
What a crappy answer. And by the
Okay.
way, that was
Hold
my
on.
alarm bow for when we were going live.
That's 20. Hey, that's not for another 20 minutes. Hold on. Dice Simulator. Let's look this up. Four-sided dice.
He's going to
Ready?
roll a die. You know what?
Alphabetical order. Number 1. That means I'd kill Chazgo, the blue-skinned
Cliff
elf. Now,
gave you a great question.
This
You
is-
just bailed on that.
No, I'm not
Oh,
really. I want to expand on this. This is how I write a lot of stories. If I'm not sure,
bad.
you can hate me all you want. That's okay.
Hey, you're being attacked
It's
by your
better
own
than
publisher. How
ChatGPT,
good this?
I would probably pick the second biggest fan favorite out of the 4. If you put a gun to my head and said you got to pick.
Let's be a little more obscure. Who would be the second fan favorite then, Ray?
I would say Madraka seems to be the favorite. Second is a tie between Sarlacc and Chazgo. So if I had to pick what would be the most interesting dynamics, we have Sarlacc, who's a dwarf that moves into a human town, helps establish a church and wants to do right by those who are less fortunate by him. Or you could have Chazgo, who avoids his people, who are basically slavers and xenophobes, that guy there. I think that I would go with him. You scroll down. Go ahead, scroll down. The
You
one
are
that
politically correct. Weak.
that's the answer. Up one, the blue and white one. I'd pick him.
Elf, I love him. I love fake Nightcrawler. I keep him too.
He's not fuzzy. He's not fuzzy and doesn't have a tail. You know,
Okay, like, let's be clear. Like, if Nightcrawler had an alternate dimension twin, this guy could be it.
So, do you know why his skin's blue? This happens in
Because
real
he's
life
an
with
elf
humans.
dude.
No. If you look up, this happens.
No,
in real
it's
life with
because
humans.
he ate a lot of Smurfs, didn't he?
Silver in specific. When humans eat silver, it tattoos their skin blue. His people live in a mountain range that's riddled with silver deposits. So it's a weird byproduct, but because it's fantasy, he also has a high resistance to magic. So because they're dysfunctional people, merchants, mercenaries, mages, they all steer clear of that mountain range because they're immune to magic. They're very fast, fierce, and they hate a lot of like outsiders. He's an exception to the rule, and he uses magic to hide his appearance so people don't kill him on sight as he lives amongst humans.
Is there a real life thing about like blue skin and silver and humans?
Yes.
Yep.
One of them was interviewed on Oprah. It looks
Yeah, you
fake.
can
It looks
actually
like
look it up.
Papa Smurf. It's a real
And
thing.
there are other reasons
Oh
where
my
you might get blue
heavens!
balls.
I love that, and I hate it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It looks like somebody getting ready to be on set for a TV show or something. It looks like a behind the scenes footage or something. It does not look natural at all.
I watched a YouTube video the other day, and it was something like 10 conditions that you wouldn't believe actually have existed. And one of them was a blue person, and it's because they were drinking
Like alkaline silver or something.
alkaline silver, yeah.
Yeah.
And even after he found out it was turning him blue, he still kept drinking it.
Yeah, he thought it was
Is
good
that
for
how
him.
old ladies get blue hair?
That's how young ladies get blue hair too.
And how do you get your blue balls, right?
Speak for yourself, man. I can't relate to that one. No silver involved for that either.
Oh my.
I like it. I like it. But yeah, man. I think Chasco, like right now, with just where the story is, if I had to like slaughter the entire crew and have one survivor, it would most likely be Chasco.
KJB, you sexy man.
So if there was a TPK,
Total player kill, yes.
yeah, then he's the Fallout survivor.
Yeah, he's the Blue Dabba D survivor, yes.
Come on, guys. We need a super chat. Someone drop $1. I've never asked for them before, but I really want to play this video. We're trying to get a few super chats. Not you, Steve. Not you, Steve. I know what you're doing. You're pulling out your phone. You work for Aussieverse. You are Aussieverse. You can't drop your own fucking super chats.
Yes, I can. I've done it before.
But thank you. But thank you, Steve.
Oh, look at this. I've just noticed a new thing on StreamYard. Polls. Type in the question you would like to ask.
Yeah.
Who is the best looking here?
And is that in the book or the 5 of us?
Bo. 2. Steve. 3. Cliff. 4. Bray. Oh, they're not going to have 4. Oh, Phil, you're out of it. All right.
Well, it just means it's even playing field now.
I've just never seen this before. There you go.
All right, folks, anybody watching, you got to vote. This is brand new. We got to make this justified.
That's
Hey,
cool.
Ray, let me ask you, is there a character that you relate to most?
That question's been asked quite a lot. And
Oh, well, excuse me for not being original. Just answer the damn question.
no, I just want to say it's an answer I've had to reflect on for a while. That's why I was bringing it up.
I'm just busting your chops. I'm in the mood, man.
No, all good, man. Okay, so you've done this before where you say, that's a politically correct answer. That's a soft answer. I'll give the soft answer first. How about that? Soft answer is there's a little bit of me in each of them.
Okay.
For example, Madcaps is very intelligent, and statistically proven intelligent people are very lonely. And in a lot of cases, that's by choice. And there's something to be said when you're really wanting to figure something out. You need some solitude sometimes, and that could be not just your brain. That could be your body. I think of like Rocky 4. Rocky versus Drago. Rocky he didn't even shave, and he went and hid out in the wilderness in a barn, basically, and had to improve himself. And Madcaps, in regards to mental capacity, I very much is like that, and I can relate to that. I don't mean specifically the mind, but I definitely relate to hiding a way to improve something. Sarlacc wanting to do right by those around him. I think that is a very common thing that many people at least can respect or relate to. But being able to go in a place where you're the only dwarf, you're the only you might stand out a little bit. This podcast is more international, but usually it's all Americans or all Australians usually. And I'm the Canadian. I don't feel like I stand out, but I'm brave enough to.
Until you say
you do stand out when you say the word out.
Yeah.
Out and about, eh?
Thanks for the super chat. Yeah. There you go.
I'm blind.
And then with Chasco, I think is more universal. I'm not just myself, but Chasco literally has to hide his appearance. There's Rod. People are most time alone. Doesn't mean they feel lonely. That's correct. No, I have a cover being debuted with this man. This man here, I have a cover ready to debut like within the next handful of days. It's magic. It is nothing short of magic. I'll be showing one first and then his, and that will be all of the covers. It's going to be awesome. But going back to Chasco, because he has to hide physically what he looks like, I think every human being on first impressions, they don't wear their identity on their sleeve. They hide insert thing there. Like if I'm meeting like the great descendants of like the King of England, they're not necessarily considered royalty, but have some type of prestige to them. My opening statement isn't going to be, "Hi, my name's Ray Jameson, and when I lived on my parents' farm, I shot potato cannons a lot." Like, I'm not just like you hold back stuff, right? And Chazgo has to do that visually, and he's very reserved because he knows he has to protect himself. I think everybody in some form or another can relate to that. And then the last guy, the little guy, Dunanini, a half dwarf and a half gnome, and he's shorter than a dwarf, just a little bit, but he can't grow a beard. He draws from both bloodlines, but he has a hard time fitting with either culture. And in regards to family, I think that resonates with a lot of people out there. You know, families aren't perfect, and they're not all the same. They're all very different for different reasons. And as you age and leave the phase of child, be it a son or a daughter, you have to become yourself. What is that? And I think everybody can resonate with that. I think all four of those characters, from what I just stated, I relate to all of those things. So I put a bit of myself in all of them.
That's cool.
Fair enough. You ever gonna? We should have had some kind of white tiger like this guy. Look at that.
White tiger?
Yeah, look at that. That's a cute one.
I just think it's Tommy's second form in Power Rangers.
So how far off are we then when the campaign ends? How far off are we from getting this in a collected edition? I'm asking for a friend.
So as I was saying earlier, it is going to local comic shops as trade paperback. In regards to specifically, if this was a week later, I could give you a better answer. And Rod, who was just there in the chats, can attest to why I can't say much more. But you'll be the first to know, Bo. As soon as it's public, I will send you a message and explain why.
Fantastic.
Well, what I will say to that is this, though. The plan is to release
I don't know if that's good enough.
The plan is to release the single issues monthly in stores, and then do a collected trade paperback.
What is happening? I'm having wild technical issues. I can't tell when you guys. I can't even see. This screen is so tiny. I can't even see if y'all are just being quiet or we're just being weird. Like, I don't even know what's happening.
Everybody pose and not move, so he thinks we're all frozen.
Yeah.
This is the best stream I've ever been on. Oh, amazing. This is a good time. Folks, this is an international podcast. This is what it's all about right here.
All right, on a serious note, I'm excited for you, man. I think you're not only a great creator, but an even better person, brother.
Oh, my goodness.
Happy for you, man.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
You suck at another one. Yes.
After the cameras turn off, I go over, have a smoke. Oh, man, what a tough night.
You don't know how abusive Ray is to me. I swear to God, he's so abusive to me. You better get this campaign launched. I'll come down here to the States, man.
I'm so like difficult to work with. Apparently, that would be really funny behind the scenes.
I think you'd be very easy to work with. We just got to buy you a watch.
Buy me a watch, yes, an international one to be specific. An international one.
Yeah, no,
I
that would be really effective.
I don't have problems with Bo.
Podcasts.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, is there anything else we want to cover?
Yeah. There are other covers coming out, as already mentioned. So I'm going.
You're being literal. Okay.
Oh yeah, nice little segue straight in there.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. That was a beautiful segue. I'm proud of that one. So we have one tribute cover coming out. It's by Jenna Stark. She is the only person that has done one cover for each issue.
Stark.
Jenna Stark is her name.
Oh, no
she
relation.
lives out in New York as well. And in issue 1, she did the one of Dunanini where he's surprised his telescope actually worked and he blasted away the tree. And in issue 2, she did the stained glass foil window of Sarlacc finding that book. In issue number 3, we're doing a tribute piece. And if anybody likes 80s and Nintendo, I've already said too much, and I'll leave it at that. So, yeah,
He's
follow.
giving away free consoles. How good's that?
yeah. entire Nintendo Entertainment Systems. This is
When you get his
completely
comic,
unrelated.
you just got to blow into it to make sure it
Yes.
works.
Pages split as you're blowing into it. Interesting note, apparently there is a new NES cartridge game that has Bluetooth in it, so you can actually sync it and play online against other people with the same thing. So NES, you can now play online, which is amazing.
Wow.
If you have that. Just that one game anyways. So I'm just kind of happy about it. Anyways, going back, there's other covers to show, and Rod Ramos Rodolfo has seen it. Or he made it rather. Of course, he's seen it. Phil's seen it. And I have shown it to Bo. What do you think of it, Bo, without giving anything away?
Oh, I absolutely loved it, especially that bit. Yeah, no, it was really good, man. I really liked it. It was very hard for me not to send it to Steve because I know there's one part that Steve will really, really love.
Awesome. That last comment, if you could throw that back up there.
I'm more of a Super Nintendo.
You know what? I can't say why, but Super Nintendo definitely applies because of this specific franchise within that game. And I won't say anything else. Carefully, you'll see what I was saying. It's a me, a lawsuit. No, it was Nintendo. That's how you say it.
Christina, you beautiful person.
Christina.
Final Fantasy 3. Which one's Final Fantasy 3?
That's the one that came just after Final Fantasy 2.
Oh, gee, okay. Well, that clarifies that.
Yeah, but
I think you're wrong. It's the one that comes before Final Fantasy 4.
You know what? I think that's actually a thing. I don't know too much about Final Fantasy. I think that's a thing.
All right,
apparently in
you're
Japan,
ruining
the
your
numbers are
reputation on
different.
fantasy. Stop talking.
Yeah, like 47 for everybody.
I could be playing stupid as well. Like apparently in the Japanese
You're not
Final
playing,
Fantasy
right?
and the Nintendo Final Fantasy, their numbers are different. There's like a couple missing in the Western translation over, and so like 4 becomes 2 or something to that effect.
Yeah, he was saying here in Japan, 6 is 3.
Yes.
6 and 7.
Oh yeah, 6 and 7. You know, in Britain, that's actually a phrase back in the days. Like the lady who's all 6s and 7s, meaning they're crazy. But in
Cliff, have you frozen again?
I mean,
No.
Oh no.
the next time they ask you that, Cliff, say something like "Let it go," just break right into song. That's what I would do if someone kept on asking me I was frozen. Let it go, let it go. But all in all these covers are going to look pretty darn awesome in your hands.
Yeah, man. Let's have one last look at them all.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Madcaps issues 1, 2, 3. You can click on this QR code that covers Steve, and it will take you straight to it. Otherwise, the link is in the description as well. This is the entire thing. So it's only 3 issues. So if you want to get a complete story, grab it right now. This is one of the covers. This is another one of the covers. This is the, what did you call this one? The glow in the dark.
Yes.
Variant cover. That's going to
everything white there is going to be glow in the dark.
And then you have the lava foil. Oh, yeah.
And all of this happens in the story. So you see a building on fire, you're going to get a building on fire, complete with his lovely little grin in that cover. Here we have Madrakis. Here we have Sarlacc. All of the talent attached to it. Everything you see in that, your Sarlacc fighting skeletons, you're going to get Sarlacc fighting skeletons. Everything in some type of context, even something that seems a little more abstract. For example, Chazgo's just standing there. As I said before, he's a reserved and very, very careful individual. In that cover, you don't see him being careful. The time for hiding is over for this story. It's time to bump Set and Spike really hard. I've just decided I'm going to show off Jenna's cover on this stream, but not post it on social media. Let's do that right now. I'm just going to share my screen. This is the tribute piece. That there it is. There you go. Final Fantasy homage. Even
cool.
This is, you can even see we have a pixelized version of the logo. We have all 4 characters against the main antagonist. Anybody who loves Final Fantasy, especially number 1, and obviously Garland is in other iterations, different sequels, but she's in that position of the very first Garland pose in the first fantasy. So Jenna did an amazing job. I wanted her to make it feel like that 8-bit in regards to proportions, but I also wanted her to give it her own flair of that painterly style. And it looks like it's, you know, the game of telephone where 5 people say the same thing and the story alters a bit. This looks like a parchment of somebody trying to retell the NES battle of Final Fantasy, except obviously the characters are my own instead of Garland versus the 4 in that game, the Light Warriors, as they call them. I am very excited because Jenna's done one issue in each, or one cover for each issue. I'm going to be on the campaign. There's going to be a Jenna Stark collection, so you can get all 3 issues, but just her covers. And this last one is just a real work of art, no pun intended. I'm very happy.
Great job on that, yeah.
It's very cool.
I have just dropped in the chat as well. Phil, I don't know if you want to talk about it. Popper, issue 1 for free.
Yeah, I don't want to go away from Madcaps, but just real quick.
For sure.
Papa is a book that I wrote. It's like a Silver Age tale, basically. I believe in it so much. It's gotten great reviews by Chuck Dixon and other big writers that I'm giving the first issue away free. We're asking you to sign up for issue 2, which is going live in May after the Madcaps. It'll be the next campaign. And like I said, I believe that you'll like it so much that I'm giving it a first issue away free because I believe it'll lead you to want to check out issue 2. Not to bore everybody, but it's dedicated to my father who passed 2 years ago. This was a man who was bench pressing 165 pounds a day at 77. He was a beast. But anyway, so the book is available. You can just click right there and you can read a free PDF, full 20.
I am partly speechless.
Why?
I don't know what he got cut off. I didn't know what he said.
I
Partly speechless.
But yeah,
I am
it's free.
partly speechless.
Why are you
It's
partly
free.
speechless?
And I just want you to not only
just my computer kind of having a near-death experience in front of me. The fact that my car had a near-death experience on Thursday and I had to pick it up today and drop more money that does not exist for me. Very interesting.
I have read Popper, issue 1, and Phil is 100% correct. I highly, highly encourage everybody to click that link and read that issue for free because it is very touching and the end will surprise you.
even Chuck did. Chuck Dixon said to me, he said, the dialogue is so realistic and it's very hard to do that he was very impressed. And then he said that I really set him up. You know, he said, I didn't even see that ending coming. He goes, it smacked me right in the face. And everybody says that. I don't know anyone who saw the ending coming. So go check it out. I mean, even if you don't back, fine. I think you're going to enjoy the read, though. Anyway, back to Madcaps.
Hold on. One last thing I want to say with that. Bo, can you put that pre-launch back on there? There's a picture on there I want to.
Oh, Popper?
Yeah. If you go past the covers and past the tribute photos, I believe it's the first picture where he's sitting at the playground and the daughter saying, Papa, look at me. You could just put that back up on the screen there. You know what? That one right there. That's good. So I'm going to tell a personal story. This seems left field, but I'm going to bring it back full circle to why this book is so good. So a personal story. When almost a year into the pandemic, my wife and I lost a child. It was very heartbreaking. And I called my father, who was still alive at the time, and I asked him, like, I knew he and my mother lost a kid before I was born, and I'm like, how on earth did you try for me after going through what I'm going right now? It was a very hard thing at the time. And he told me he told me just the story of meeting the baby before the doctors took the baby away and so forth and so on. And it was actually very helpful. He described the kid like he looked pretty much like my own son, which was very, very weird. It was the last time I had to rely on him for inner fortitude. And the man that was like the last year and a half of his life. So that would have made him 71, 72. And not the man he used to be physically, but this frail old man could still step up and help me to endure such a tough moment. This story here, if you imagine Gran Torino with Clint Eastwood, and if you imagine Nobody, that came out not too many years ago, you never know. Like, it's an old man versus the mafia. That's pretty much this story in a nutshell. It's really amazing, but it's a real testament what an individual can do regardless of age. This is what I'll do for my family. As Phil has said, men suffer in silence. That is no disrespect to women, but everybody suffers different. Men suffer in silence, but they'll still step up. And in a lot of cases, it's very surprising. At the end of this book, it's pretty surprising what an old man can do. And that's all I wanted to say about this.
Hey, Ray, I'm really sorry.
All good, man.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely relate to the story. Is where I'm going with that. And I got a beautiful family. I'm very fortunate. And reading this story, tragedy number one, when you see that look of sadness on her face when she looks in the mirror, that artist really hit. She's hurting inside, and losing a loved one, that's it says it right in that statement of that panel. This book, this tribute to a man who doesn't exist anymore, I definitely get where it's coming from. But if you like old crusty guys beating up people that are evil, Old Man versus the Mafia with an awesome twist, you're definitely going to want to get involved in this story. I can tell you firsthand, you're going to get your money's worth.
Mm-hmm.
I would tell anybody who reads it, feel free to give me feedback, or give Bo feedback.
Bo, did you freeze?
No.
You said I often, and then
but then Phil started talking, so I stopped.
Sorry.
I haven't heard Phil say anything.
I think this is on your side.
That's a first.
What's going on this stream? Like,
as much as my mouth goes, that's a first.
I'm so glad I can hear Ray, but like, there's just so much. There's just so many moments of silence. This is like the most awkward live stream. Steve has never been more quiet. What on earth is going on?
Dude, I'm still waking up.
In Australia, are the Tasmanian devils on the loose? Did they get out of Tasmania? Like, I don't.
Stu is steving in his hate for me. He is Stu.
Ouch.
He's
Oh
Steve is
God.
stewing in his hate. There you go.
I was going to say, as good as a comparison as Gran Torino is to this, and you mentioned another one that I've gone blank on.
Nobody.
As
With a twist, of course, that I can't say.
As great as a comparison as it is to compare it to those two, I think it might just do it a tiny little bit of a disservice as well, because
yes, I understand.
When you say it's like Gran Torino or Nobody, I think people might instantly assume what the story is because of that. And
well, that's why I disclaim with a twist.
Yeah, I was going to say you'd be wrong because I get the comparison, but there's definitely something at the end of this story that does definitely not happen in any of those movies.
One of my favorite lines in the first half of these 5 issues is, and this doesn't spoil anything, is "I'm going to tear you apart." It's one of the best lines. it's subtle.
Hey guys, just talking about those sort of shows, I challenge you guys to see if you can find a show, an Australian show called
It's
Mr.
subtle
In
and
Between.
what? It's subtle and what? What happened? Who is talking that I can't hear? It's subtle, and then I heard silence.
Is Cliff on dial-up?
Yeah, there's something
33.6
Or
modem,
crack.
baby.
Or crack.
Jesus, like, did you lure me here tonight, Bo? Just so I can experience
Oh my Lord,
absolute
this is
chaos on my
hilarious.
end.
We pre-recorded this and we randomly mute different spots.
Yeah.
Steve, as you were saying,
Yeah.
that's
Hilarious.
Steve.
Yep. There was a really good Australian show called Mr. In Between, which is based on a Australian killer for hire kind of thing. And it's typical Australian sort of stuff. Like he'll take someone out in the bush and say, "No, mate, I'm going to kill you now. Stop crying. Just dig the hole, will you?" It's
It
really
actually
good.
Steve's right. It actually is a really
Steve,
good
say
show.
hello.
What was that?
He said, Steve,
Bo,
say hello.
hello.
Hello, Bo.
Hello, Cliff.
Phil, say hello.
Hello.
I hear Phil. Ray, say hello.
No, I will not say hello.
I only heard Phil. This is ridiculous.
What is
Cliff,
going on?
I think it's important that when you,
Okay, guys.
if you readjust your
I
phone,
love
look in
you.
the settings
I can't
and
take this anymore. I don't know. I need to have like a half a pie and ice cream, or I need to find Jesus in the wilderness.
Does your visuals work though, Cliff?
Oh my God.
Does that work? Can you see that?
Oh my God. I never thought I would ask for retinopathy.
What about this one? No? You're not seeing that one
funny.
either? What about this one? No?
that's a good one. I like that one.
Okay.
That looks like the Dungeon Master in the cartoon Dungeons and Dragons.
It does.
Got this one too.
Look at this.
All right.
Cliff has gone into hiding.
Yeah, Cliff.
turned- He's turned off the lights.
By the way,
He's
Steve,
just sitting in the dark now.
did you ever get the issue of Papa, Steve?
Now, I can't even remember how I organised to get it. Was I
My
doing it
point
online?
is, so if you haven't read it, it's there free in the chat. So go read it. I'd love to hear what you think about it too, even
mate,
though you can't stand
no. You know I love you, sharp.
Steve, you'll
me.
love
You
it.
sounded
You'll
like
love
my mom there for a minute.
Your mum has a
You know I love
beard?
you. Shut up.
Oh, I will definitely check it out, mate.
How you can't even type full sentences.
I know, right?
How am I still white?
Oh, that's he's speaking Canadian. How am I still? He's saying like, am I still a problem? Is it still dysfunctional? Like, is it still like not good quality recording? That's what he's saying. That's Canadian talk. He's half Canadian. Nobody's perfect. He's not
Before
full
we get back to
Canadian.
Madcaps, just night number 7 is live right now under Philbo Publishing. If you could please
Yes,
go give
Guido
us some
Martinez.
love. It needs to get funded. It's not funded yet. We've even added some awesome original sketch cards based on the characters.
Very nice.
These are available on the campaign. They're one of a kind original art. These were originally drawn and colored, so that's real art.
very
That's
awesome.
not a print. That's not a trading card.
The
That's
real
an
deal.
actual sketch card. It's one of one. It's a Philbo series. And accidentally, one of them sent me their artist proof, and they said to keep it. So this one is an artist proof of Dragon Breath.
Oh,
So
wow.
please go to the campaign. Please support. Guido is a good guy out of Argentina with a really quality book, but for some reason, each campaign's getting less and less. I mean, maybe they're all going to Transformers and G.I. Joe right now, but it's a book worthy of your love. It is urban fantasy. It's fantasy like D&D mixed with urban superheroes, but it's really good. It's very original. And what I love about the book is the bad guys are kicking the good guys' ass all the time. And you can root for heroes that don't always win,
Definitely.
it's like Empire Strikes Back, right? We love that because the bad guys kick their ass and you're like, all right, how are you going to get out of this? So please go check out Night issue number 7. All the prior 6 issues are there available too. You can even get in a PDF if space is an issue, or you want to just try number 1 to give it a try. Guido's a great guy. It's a great book. And we asked you, please, we got like $300 to go to get it funded. And I think we have like 11 or 12 days left. So please go support. Okay. Sorry. Now back to Madcaps.
All good, man. What is there to say about Madcaps that we haven't said yet?
We've been over an hour. I think we've got it all. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just felt bad pulling away from it. Sorry.
That's okay. I'll give one final elevator pitch if I can English correctly. I think I can English good if I reckon.
Yeah.
So.
When are you doing the giveaway of our choice of one block of your Kalax behind you? I will do that, Matt, when you show me exactly what you look like, because to this day I still have no idea what you look like. And
he's going to send a selfie, but he's going to have Wolverine's cowl over it so it matches his profile picture. You've seen me all the time, man.
I think that's actually a 74-year-old woman from Idaho.
All right.
I've got a lot of... Hold on.
What?
I can hear you okay now. I got some background music going on.
Unlucky 13.
Whose music is that?
This is the Aussieverse song.
Okay, as long as...
Wait for the chorus.
I like it.
All right.
Beau's World now. Yeah, baby.
All right.
I like it.
We have coming up on the show, well, actually, tonight, for members only for Aussieverse, the last Sunday of every month, we do an unrecorded private mental health check. That means all the members get to come onto StreamYard and we get to talk about ourselves and our issues and our problems and stuff that we just want to share, because these days mental health is very, very important and nobody really wants to talk about it. So anybody is invited to that as long as you are an Aussieverse member. That means, unfortunately, you do need to pay $1 or $2 each month. After that, we then have, coming up next week, we have FOC live every single Tuesday, Melbourne, Australia time, 7:30. And then on Saturday, we are possibly, we still haven't worked out the finer details yet, but possibly having Phil back to do the Phil Views FOC. That is next weekend. We will work that out. There's a couple of hiccups with that one, so we're not sure, but we'll see. Apart from that, we also have a draft, another draft coming on Good Friday. Next week, we have a draft. That's right. I love these things, man. We've done a Justice League draft. We've done an Avengers draft. I don't know which other ones we've done. I can't remember. But we're going to be doing another one, and hopefully Aaron Mack will be joining us for that one too. We also have Steve coming up with his own quiz that he's been working on for a while. That will be coming up on the second week of April, as well as, last but definitely not least, a new episode of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. This time it will be Sean from the Comic Pals. He will be coming on the second Sunday of April. That is all we've got for you at the moment. Guys, is there any closing statements, thoughts, comments, qualms that you want to talk about before we go?
What about the poll? Who's the best of the four that's good looking?
Oh, I got rid of it because no one was voting.
Fine.
We all know the answer.
Pitch to the Madcaps. What I will say is, of course, fantasy, of course, miniseries. As I've already said, this whole thing takes place in one night. When you read this whole thing, you're going to feel like you're trapped in the night with them. The first issue starts with the sun going down. The last issue ends with the sun coming up. And if you have friends that you don't get to see as much as you'd like to, if these are people that, if you get to see them in a parking lot as they pass through the city, it recharges you because you miss them that much, then this book is definitely going to resonate with you. This is an homage to that level of camaraderie told with a theme of fantasy through the medium of a comic book. If anything I've said resonates with you, go to that pre-launch, hit follow. I guarantee you it's going to be a good time. Fantastic.
All right, before we go, DM, we have some quick, short fire rapid questions to
Let's do
ask
it.
you. One word answers, no thinking about it. Just first thing comes to your mind, all right?
Let's do it.
Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Favorite character of all time?
Daredevil.
Dream character to write or draw?
Anything B-list.
I said one word.
B-list. With a
Coffee
hyphen.
or energy drinks while creating?
Neither.
Biggest influence on your work?
Biggest influence on work, Peter David.
Favorite comic book run ever?
House of M for a more modern. I would give House of M.
Okay.
There's
One
there's
word
other
to
ones
describe
further,
your
but
style.
say one more time.
One word to describe your style.
My style, honest.
Honest. Okay, I like that one. Indie comics or mainstream?
Anything post 2000, indie.
What's your go-to comfort comic?
Comfort comic, Secret Wars 1984.
Oh, geez. Okay. Deadline pressure. Love it or hate it?
Indifferent. It exists and I work with it.
Okay. And last one piece of advice for new creators. You can have more than one word for this one.
Say that one more time.
That is one piece of advice for new creators.
Oh, I've said this to on a couple of different podcasts. If you're writing a story, finish the draft before you show it to anybody. And my justification for this, to quote my late father, if you are putting shingles on your roof and you tell 40 people, suddenly you're talking to 40 different roofers, all these quote unquote experts, and they're going to tell you a bunch of different conflicting opinions. If you finish a story, they see where you're going. Their advice is going to help you get to that finish line. But if you show just a portion, they'll give you advice that might steer you away from the way you're going. So I would finish a draft before showing anybody.
Fantastic.
Cool.
Red Spiral, thank you for coming. Sorry it's at the end. We hope you have subscribed to Aussieverse. Boys! The biggest question of the night now. What's Aussieverse?
For life.
All right. For life. There you go.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us once again. It is always a pleasure to have Philbo Entertainment and DM Ray join Aussieverse. I feel like you are definitely part of the extended family by now.
Thank you,
Except
Kyle.
for Steve hating me so much secretly, but
Oh, we're still going there.
Oh, that's just
Yeah.
that's just
Shut
your
up,
average
Phil.
family get together. You got those two family members that are down each other's throats. Perfect. It's real family now.
oh, I got no beef with Steve. I love Steve. He just hates me. That's all right.
You know I love you, sick weirdo.
All right. So then to close out the show, we are going to be leaving it with these two.
Well, I will say
Sorry,
this,
I've missed you.
Steve. You have the best bedhead I've ever seen in my life.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, and I respect that you are a martial artist and not a partial artist like Bo. And it was good seeing you again.
Likewise, mate. I'm sorry I've missed you the last couple of times, but timing today just kind of works. So good to see you, bud.
You too.
We will catch you next time and all of that outro stuff. Thank you.
See you guys.
Nice.